Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:23 a.m. It's Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. I'm on my way to the gym right now. You know, my daughter, she's at that age now where she formulates, what she wants really well. And yesterday, she would run me down in the house because, everybody works from home. She'd run me down in the house, and she would, every chance I'd come out of my office, she said, "You ready to play?" And I'd say, I said, "No, I got to work. I'm still on the clock. I still got to go." So I'll play with you afterwards. She says, "Okay." And I sit down on the couch like about 15, 20 minutes sooner than I expected. And I was sitting there, and I wasn't not doing nothing. I was still working, but I was working off my cell phone. And she didn't know, so she said, "You promised you'd go out and play with me." So I look at her, and I really start thinking about how limited our time is on earth, how short our day is. And I start thinking about how really important playing and how really important that time she's asking of me is versus what I need to do, right? Because I have to pay the bills. I have to run a business. I have to be disciplined. The kids can play. The adults have to be disciplined. That's a part of being an adult. We have to be disciplined. We can't just go and play. But I couldn't help but how she said it to put everything in perspective and say, yeah, but she wants to play. And she had this now imagine this little 3-year-old. She has this purse on that she keeps change, so she already likes money, so she keeps change in it. And she has a Frisbee in her hand that she got for Easter. And when I say, "All right, let's go play. Let's go play." I really had work that I should have needed to do. But I never felt a bigger sense of gratitude than being in the backyard throwing the Frisbee with my 3-year-old and my 8-year-old. And it put life in perspective, because you're always going to have time to work. But times like, spending them with your family, those leave everlasting impressions. And the question I've always asked myself, and I've asked of other people, that if your family is your most important priority, why do they only get what's left over at the end of the day? can always identify what's important in your life by what you give your time to. In fact, I didn't say you had to be intentional, but subconsciously you give your time to what you feel to be important. May not be right, may be wrong, may be right. But it is what it is. I'm reading this book where they're talking about how things flow in abundance, and that when you have a vision that is bigger than anything you could possibly have or keep, that's when God starts to move on your life. When you have blessings that run over what you can handle. I mean, run over to the point that even after you're gone, your children are still living off the blessings that you received. That's when you have truly reached the apex of life. So my question is, what are you focused on? What gets your time and attention on a given day?